I mean, you had me thinking about scripture, being in the lion's den, and I mean, it's so many things racing in my head right now, thinking about that before a breakthrough actually occurs, and you recognize
Yeah.
that it's something greater, and it allows you to step into the space where you're destined to be, and I like how you worded that. It's really, really deep. Um, I heard you say that in the beginning that this book was a part of a series,
Yeah.
and I just wanted you to kind of break down, the different parts of it. Where if once someone reads this book, and then the other books that you have, once they read it all, when it comes all together, what is the goal for that reader?
So Hey You is a 5 book healing workbook series, and I'm prayerful that it'll take off because I think that it's a series that people really need. One, we start with Hey You, which is reflective and introspective and talks about like you and you've walked this journey, so you know in its entirety that it's the culmination of a story. Ultimately, yes, it's about you. And when you take Hey You the journey, you don't realize it's about you.
Yeah,
You're like, wait a minute, is this person talking to me? And then you get to the end of the story, and I think that's where it's truly revealed that yep, it's your story, but you just took it with me on my journey.
yeah, yeah.
You come to the end and you realize it's my journey.
Look, I'm trying my best to be serious, but when I read the book, I felt like Big Red when he met the Five Heartbeats. He was like, you got so much style, and you're right. Let's make a deal. Let's do it right now. But I know I
Hmm.
ain't got a cent to put no money behind you, but I do support the way that I can, because
Yeah.
I know that you put a lot of effort into this, and the time that it took to, you know, structure everything. That takes a lot of work. And I don't think a lot of people understand that unless they've attempted to write something from the heart, especially with all the challenges that came uh, with that along that journey. That's something that I can't, you can't necessarily put into words like off the jump. It's just something that you're going through something, and a natural occurrence happens when you face certain challenges. Hey, I
Mhm.
need to take a step back. And you
Yeah.
took a necessary step back, and then one day it just came, jumped back on you, and you were able to complete the book. And it's a beautiful, very insightful book. And I think that from a male perspective, we definitely have to take it seriously. But the women, I mean, that's the demographic there. Women really have to be able to read this with an open mind, take it very seriously, because it's not the type of books we used to grow up. And I'm not trying to throw no
Hmm.
shade at nobody, but certain style of books, the
Hmm.
stories and all that with little exotic stuff like that. No, this is about going deep within and being true to yourself about
Yep.
what's going on, so that you can continue to function and affect those around you in a positive light. Because those stories that you're mentioning, to be honest, yes, it affects the person, obviously, because it's them, but it also affects the immediate people around you. And
Yep.
it also affects how certain things that you're trying to obtain, that could determine success, or, for lack of a better word, failure. I don't really like using that word failure, but
Yeah.
it becomes a setback at some point, because
Hmm.
you haven't really dealt with yourself.
Hmm.
So it's a very, I don't want to say, it can be uncomfortable at some
Oh yeah.
point when you start reading it, because
Oh yeah.
you're realizing that, hey, okay, this is relatable. I see what's going on here, and I think you said it. It was some people who read it and had to put it down. And
Yeah.
you know what? I mean, I'm not a woman, but reading it and putting myself as like a fly on the wall, visualizing, because you're a very great writer. Don't get me wrong. Like I have a good imagination, but I think my imagination gets better when someone knows how to write it, so I can actually
Yeah.
see, I can visualize what it is that you're writing. That can be uncomfortable for someone.
It is uncomfortable sitting with your pain, sitting with your sense of defeat, sitting with despair, exploring what maybe what you feel like might be holding you back are very uncomfortable positions to be in. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's sitting around going, "I want to be broken this weekend." But Hey You is there not necessarily to break you, but to offer the breakthrough so that when you start again, you start from a place that is productive, a place that is healed, a place that is good, a place where you can continue to move forward, but in the best version of you that is authentic to you and not one that has been built by trauma or established by pain or canceled by grief. And what we think sometimes in our quest for purpose is we believe that it requires us to show up perfect, and you
Mm.
don't. You don't have to show up perfect. Your healing journey can start anywhere. It doesn't have to have a perfect start. As a matter of fact, there isn't anything perfect in this world, and the moment that we can accept that, I think that that creates a great jumping off space for us to begin to heal and move forward.